Today on the channel from the latest Hasbro Marvel Legends set, we've got Monet St Croix, we got Chamber, and we got Kid Omega.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel from the latest X-Men wave, we got Monet St Croix, we got Chamber, and we got Kid Omega. But for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save yourself 8% off your entire order. Gotta get a deal out there, and these are shipping from DJC Collectibles right now. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's do ladies first. Old Monet St Croix is first up here today. And of course, a former member, maybe a current, I don't keep up with it these days, but Generation X back, I was of the comic reading time when Generation X exploded onto the scene. I was all in on Banshee, kind of leading that team a little bit. Yeah, Jubilee over there, Mondo, Monet St Croix, Chamber, of course. Just a New Mutants type deal, I guess. The New Mutants in Generation X, for lack of better terms. I'm sure those guys are still, and gals, are still probably running around the X-Men universe after all these years. But Monet St Croix is one I remember from back in the day. Would never say I'm a total expert on her, but I do really remember her, and it's really cool to get those old school Generation X type uniforms. I'm here for it. I'm here. Get a whole team. You guys know I love building teams, and that's what Monet St Croix represents. Easy for me to say. But looking good here. We got X-Men on the front, Marvel Legends, of course. Part of the Chode Build-A-Figure wave, whatever his name is pronounced. But looking good. Can't wait to dive in on him. Of course, got the old cross-sell down there. We're going to unbox every single one of these on the channel. End of the week, we're going to build the Build-A-Figure and rank the entire set from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay tuned for that. There she is on the side, looking good. And on the back, you get the UPCs, the warnings, we get the glamour shot, we get the Build-A-Figure piece, we get some hand accessories, and that is it. Not a ton in the accessory department here for old Monet St Croix. But let's pull her out. Let's see what all the fuss is about. Oh, we got a little extra tape on her, too. They don't want her going anywhere, obviously. Obviously. But we're going to pull her out of the package. There it is. See you later. Put a little spin on it. Goodbye. A little Spider-Man style. Bam. See you later. We got a little parchment paper action. Oh, we got that big old leg. Oh, and we got hands. Uh-oh. Only one hand? Could this be? This can't be. This can't be. It can't be true. Only one hand? Oh, no. It's deep. No, I think I only got one hand. Is this true? Oh, there it is. Woo! Woo! One of those. But we do get two hands with her, so we get an open hand and a fisted hand. Monet not messing around, so we do get that, but a little nerve-wracking. See you later. Thought I lost him. Chad. I'm going to put his off to the side, of course. Like I said, we'll dive into that later on in another video, so stay tuned for that one. Make sure you do subscribe. Cardboard, see you later. Get out of here. And more parchment paper. Oh, love the parchment paper. Get it all out. And there we go. Nothing else inside there. See you later. Goodbye. All right, Monet St Croix. We got the two hands we already talked about. Got the Build-A-Figure piece. Now we get down to action here. We got the figure itself, and an interesting one. Feels a little bit different. Is this a whole new body mold? You guys tell me, but it does feel different than your traditional female figures like the Emma Frost, for example, in this wave. We actually got real shoes, real boots on a figure that is female, where it seems most of the time we get high heels or kind of those weird small boots with the small legs. This feels a little bit more girthy. Yes, girthy. That's what it feels like to me. But I definitely like the looks of this figure. It feels really good in hand, too. Much like Fang in the prior review. Fang felt really good in hand. Monet St Croix feels really good in hand for a female figure. Really do like this. Good head sculpt, good likeness, good face resemblance of the character. Love the big windswept hair in black. Got the two strands down front. Got the zip-up hoodie. Got the old X logo there. Got the big blue X belt going on. So she's representing in the X all over the place. Got the big forearm gauntlets. Got the big leg gauntlets on the boots there. Looks like she's going to catch, of course, like a catcher for the Oakland A's, like a young Terry Steinbach once again. But looking good there. I like what I see. Articulation, arms go all the way around. No issues there. We do have little shoulder pads on her that do move with the arm, so that is a nice way. Always nice when they move out of the way, they don't limit the articulation, things like that. Got the big hula hoop at the top there. You do got double jointed pinless elbows. How about that one? Hands removable. Hands, of course, opposite on both sides. You do get the clawing hand and fisted hand, so choose your own hand adventure. Missed the X logo right there on the palms there on the guard, looking good. So we got that on both sides as well. She can do those big old Monet St Croix splits right like so. Thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees here for that, playing all the hits. Ankles back and forth, side to side. Looking really good, like the Gen X costume. I'm here for more Gen X members, like I said, and we're going to talk about one here in a second in Chamber. Unfortunately, I was going to say I didn't think she fit on the ringside collectible stand, but she does. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stands, but she does fit on the Mattel stand, so how about that? We're here for it. Monet St Croix, but we got to make sure she doesn't fall over. Put her back on the stand, maybe. There we go. Fits like a glove or something along those lines. But now we turn our attention to Chamber here. One I'm very excited for. Another Generation X member back in the day. If I remember correctly, he learned about his powers and he basically blew his whole face and chest up, if I remember correctly. And then I remember more recently, I remember reading, I think it was one of the last, 5 years. What is recently? I guess it's up to your own imagination. But I do believe he did lose his powers, but then got his powers back. I could be confused on that. But I definitely remember him being kind of brooding and troublesome in the early years of the Generation X comic book. But there he is. Very cool looking figure. I can't wait to see how this looks in hand. Got the Xmen down low. There's the whole cross-sell down here. Not really a cross-sell, more of a checklist, honestly. You got the Chode Build-A-Figure, Chad, Chode, Chad, whatever his name is. And the glamour shot there, of course, a little artwork action. And on the back, we got the UPCs, got the warnings, we got the Build-A-Figure piece, we got the hand accessories, we got the figure. Not a lot to these figures anymore as far as weapons and different things. It's basically hands and that's it. It's kind of the way it goes, I guess, in 2023 in the Marvel Legends game. You pull old Chamber out of the package here. There we go, everything's gone. See you later. Put a little spin on it. Little Spider-Man, see you later, goodbye. A little cardboard prison, see you later. And we got old Chamber in the parchment paper. Once again, see you later, goodbye off the screen. Oh, we got hands. We got hands and we got Chode. Chode, who knows? See you later, goodbye. We do get the big old hand for him. Very, very cool. Very excited for this Build-A-Figure. I'm already thinking he's going to be a top 5 Build-A-Figure of the year for me. I've been anxiously awaiting him in Build-A-Figure form. In 2023, the day is now. We get 2 Fists of Fury for Chamber. He's throwing the fist. We got those going on right here. Always cool to have fisted hands. And then we got 2 open hands for Chamber here. But now we dive in on this Chamber figure. A very interesting looking figure here, but a great base body. I'm anxious to see how this head pops off, or if it does at all. Oh, it does. So now business just picked up right here. So you pop the head off Chamber, and you got an amazing suited body. And I say suited, not really suited, but you got the leather jacket going on. Just a very, very good for a custom. Let's say I had my head right here. I got my figure right here. What if I pop this head off? Let's see. Customizing with Kyle right here at the table. Going to be too big. Going to be way too big. Big head, little body. But just saying, other Marvel Legends heads, things like that. Oh, Monet St Croix took a header. You could grab heads from different figures, things like that. A great street costume gear right here with that black leather jacket. Looking very, very cool. Like what I see right there. Chamber's head pops back on. And let's dive into this head to start. Very, very crazy. You got the white eyes. You got kind of the veinage looking, kind of scar looking around the face there of what you can see. Then he's got the big brown hair going back, kind of windswept there. And then you got the fire flame effects all over the face and everything. Very funny how on the front, though, right underneath his nose, the flame started. It almost looks like he's got a big Santa Claus beard going on. Like a beard of fire is what this really looks like here. But very cool, very striking, very Chamber at the end of the day. I do miss the little clicker on the old Toy Biz one from back in the early 90s, let's call it. And he would kind of spark in there. I believe that was the case. That was the gimmick with that figure. But very cool. I've always liked Chamber, like I said, and very cool to have him in a modern-day Marvel Legends set here. And let's keep building this team out. We got Monet St Croix. Let's get the rest of the Gen X team. Give us Mondo Build-A-Figure. I can see them all. What was that guy? Skin or something? He had the long fingers and hands. We can get him going there. Of course, Jubilee and her Generation X gear. We could get a Banshee. There's a lot of Gen X characters I would like to see eventually in this line. But let's walk through this one a little bit more here. Articulation. Head is going to be a little bit limited, as you can imagine, with all these flame effects, everything else. You're not going to get tons of Spider-Man-like head movement on this one. Arm's going to go all the way around. You do get the bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows, playing the hits here at the table. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hands, of course, going to be removable here. You do get the hula hoop at the top and the traditional waist articulation. He can do those big old chamber splits, kinda, not the biggest splits I've ever seen. Thigh cut there. Double jointed knees. Unfortunately, the knees are old school ones. They are not pinless. Then you get the boots down here. These are a little frustrating, always a little rough, these black shoes. I've always found the articulation on these is not the best. It makes it a little bit hard for him to stand. So I'm going to have to really heat these up, really in all honesty, to get him to stand really good how I want him to. But we've seen these dress shoes before in the past. They just don't have the good ankle movement. At least as much movement as I would like in my experiences over the last couple of years. Yeah, he's going to be a tough one to stand, but does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? No, he will not, because there is no peg hole on the bottom here. He's got just a very, very small one, but there's no way to set him on a peg hole. So this is going to be one of those ones that's a great figure, but very frustrating because he's going to be very difficult to stand in a good pose because of how his shoes are. They have a weird lean to them. So that's the worst gripe I have with this figure by a long shot here, but I like the size of him, like the black leather jacket, looking really cool with the silver, zips on there, and you got the strands coming down. Just a very cool all-around figure, and a customizer's dream in a lot of ways. I can see a lot of people customizing this figure, putting different heads on it and things like that. Really do like the looks of this one. So very, very good figure. But it's probably met my expectations, I'll say that. I was going to say beat, but at least met. Really wish they had different boots on him, though. I wish we just had something a little different, because I'm just not a big fan of these dress shoes. Just very hard to get him to stand. He won't even fit on a stand, so it makes it even troublesome. More troublesome there. But Chamber, looking good. We're going to finish it off with the one I really have no history with, Kid Omega. Came long after my time, and it's funny, this character I think has been around like 20 years, so it feels like a new character to me, but 20 years of being a character, you're no longer new, I would say, but definitely new to me, as this was after my comic reading days with Kid Omega here. But I think he's, a kid, and he loves Omega. He loves Omega Red. He loves Omega Man. He loves Omega things, Omega watches. I think that's it. But I believe he is a genius. I think he's a really smart, scientific guy. He's got more of a punk outfit is what he's kind of known for. I've seen pictures of the guy before, but I think I remember him in more of almost like chamber type outfit with a leather jacket and stuff. I could be wrong, but definitely Kid Omega here, and the heaviest pack of the bunch, because you've got to build a figure a whole torso in here, which adds the weight of the package a lot on this one. But you do get the Xmen logo here, a big glamour shot. Look at that big old pink gun he's got going there. Marvel Legends, of course. There's Chiad on the side. You got the cross-sell, or I should say the checklist once again. Little glamour shot action over here on the side for Kid Omega. And then on the back, got the UPCs, got the warnings, build a figure piece, got a weapon, got some hands, got the character. All the hits being played here. Really wish we had a blurb, though. You guys know I'm a broken record on my wants for the blurbs. One day they'll come back. I can feel it. I can feel things coming all the way around again. Maybe, maybe not. Can I get Kid Omega out of the package? That's the million-dollar question. Come on, Omega Kid. There we go. Got him. Perfect. See you later. Goodbye. And an interesting box on him, just a straight up square box. I'll pull everything out. There we go. Oh, got one more. There we go. See you later. Spider-Man style. Bam! See you later off the screen. And let's start diving into this stuff here. We got 2 hands and a gun. Okay, looking good. We got the Chad. We got Chad's body looking big, looking beefy, looking a lot like Abomination, as you can imagine, but we'll dive into that. Of course, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, wait till the end of the week, and we will rank the entire wave, and we will talk all things Build-A-Figure. Bam, see you later, goodbye. And now we get Kid Omega. Oh, the kid, the pink kid, apparently. We got him out of the package, and bam, see you later once again. Now we get Kid Omega over here, straighten him up. An interesting one, that is for sure. But let's look at the hands here. He's got 2 fists of fury. He's ready to throw down if need be. And then we got 2 gripping hands over here. Got the black gloves going on, the fingerless gloves going on here. But we got 2 gloves for him. Stick him off to the side. And then we get this big old weapon. Pink, kind of translucent. Not kinda, it is translucent. Is this one of those mind kind of guns? He's got the telekinesis powers, things like that. He can make a gun like this. That might be the case here, but definitely interesting. And I don't think we've seen this weapon in the past. Not that my mind tells me, at least. So we do get a big old blaster weapon for him. Now we dive into Kid Omega, and he definitely feels and looks like a kid. Very Spider-Man sized, I guess you would say. Definitely feels a little bit smaller, but we do got some new body going on here. Very, very nice looking body. Oh, Kid Omega, let me tell you about his body. But let's start with the head here. Got an interesting pink hairdo, all slicked back, shaved on the sides. Got glasses going there that just kind of float on his face. There's nothing around the ears, anything like that, so he does have that. Very, very pale skin tone on him. And a mouthful, like he's got a bunch of nuts in his mouth. He's got a bunch of seeds. He's got a big fat dip in there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but he's pretty puckered up in the mouth department. Looking interesting there. Then you get a very plain Jane body, all in black, but then you see the Omega piping throughout in pink. Pink and black attack. I guess sign him up for the Heart Foundation if we need to on this one. Articulation, he does got the butterfly shoulders, which is always nice. You do get the bicep swivel. You do get double-jointed pinless elbows. I'm here for that. Hands removable, hands side to side, back and forth. Head back, forth, side to side, up and down. Plenty of head movement for Kid Omega. You get the ab crunch going on. You got the hula hoop and the ab crunch. The double whammy of articulation there, all close together. Big old splits looking good. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Almost said elbows, but knees. Got the boot cut there, and then ankles back and forth, side to side. So plenty of articulation for Kid Omega here. Very, very tight articulation, especially up at the shoulder joints. So you got to be careful turning those. You don't want to break a bicep off. It could happen if you're not careful. But a little guy, I guess is what he is. Very Spider-Man feeling to me. But I love the new body style. Definitely feels more secure in hand, more sturdy in hand for sure. But I definitely do like this, and I love the pinless joints throughout. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stands, as I always do say. And what do you know? He fits perfectly on an old Mattel stand right there. So what an adventure this unboxing is. 3 young generation of X-Men characters here. You got Monet St Croix, Kid Omega, and Chamber. Not too bad, not too shabby. Some deeper cuts. I mean, this isn't Beast, this isn't Storm, this isn't Cyclops or Wolverine. It's kind of the next generation, and you know, Kid Omega's stance, maybe the next generation after that as far as mutant heroes over the years, but definitely some cool ones here. Some I'm very familiar with, like Chamber. Some I'm casually familiar with, like Monet St Croix, and Kid Omega really just know the name, and that's about it. And I'm sure everybody has some of those characters as well. But as I always do say in a lot of these unboxings, come on, Omega, stay up. It's all about building out that universe. I love it when we're building out universes with, of course, the heavy hitter characters and some of the ancillary players as well. Just goes to the whole breadth of the line for sure at the end of the day. But there's Kid Omega, there's Chamber, those Monet St Croix. What are your guys' thoughts out there in YouTube land? You picking these up? Playing the long game? Passing? Any thoughts on these 3? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day. And then some. Yes, and then some. And we got even more content for you over on the old Patreon channel. Truly your best way to support the channel and all the content over there on the Patreon. Don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Another great way to support the channel. And don't forget to hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for 3 X-Men characters, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.